What's going on, guys? It's Tim here with the Gutter Growth Podcast. I got Greg from Roanoke, Virginia. Greg, what's the name of your business?
ProGutters.
ProGutters. Good deal, man. So how are you doing today?
I'm good. Yeah, I've just been pretty busy. It's been a little rainy here.
Does that usually get the phone ringing when it starts ringing?
It does.
Yeah.
It's like a sword, you know what I mean? We can't really do much, but then you get calls from it, so it helps out either way.
What's the weather like there? Does it like rain all day, or does it just come and go? Or
Man, we have like 4 seasons in 1 week. Like we'll have, I swear, like when it's wintertime, we'll have snow, rain, it'll be sunny. And then, of course, you have, the days where you can work. But right now, it's been pretty rainy, but dry too. I mean, I don't know, like it'll rain until like 12, and then the rest of the day you'll be able to do whatever you need to get done. So
no doubt, it's kind of like that in Florida. Like if it rains for like an hour typically.
Yeah.
And it's just like, or it might be raining across the street, not over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's like this week, like the whole forecast they were calling, it was like 70-80% chance of rain. And the past 2 days, we were kind of planning for that. Now we've been able to work both days.
So how long have you been in the gutter business, Greg?
I've been around the gutter industry. I mean, ever since I was a kid, because my dad, I mean, I learned everything from him. I mean, he can build the house up. He can build it from the ground up. Do everything in between, the plumbing, the electrical, the roofing, the gutters. So I learned it from him. So I kind of just took the gutter niche and kind of ran with it. I've had ProGutters for going on 7 years now.
7 years. Okay. But so you started doing construction with your dad pretty young, it sounds like.
Yeah. I really started with him at 12 and 13. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's a good age to start working. That's when I started working, 13. Yeah. So how's it going, the gutter business over there?
Yeah, it stays pretty steady. I mean, this year's actually, man, it's been a little different than the rest of the years. And I've been hearing other contractors that do gutters too. It's been a little weird this year, but I mean, for us personally, we've been steady, so that we're fortunate.
Yeah. What do you mean, like the economy wise? You feel it's a little different?
Like we have we do a lot of use sub crews. So one guy that we use, he has like 5 he usually stays swamped. He hasn't like he's usually a few weeks out. He might be like a week out, 2 weeks out, and that's coming from 5 other companies plus us. Because the other day he asked me, he was like, "I've been doing more work for you this year than I have other companies." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know, man, but this year's just been a little weird." But
yeah, no doubt. How did you fall into the gutter business? You said it was just from your dad, or did he do gutters, or you just ended up branching off into it, or how did it?
Yeah, so actually the story was, so I used to paint, right? And then I would just try to do side work. So I actually worked for a leaf filter for like 2 to 3 months. And I seen how they treated their customers and the way they paid their like subs and just the whole way they're just kind of set up, man. And it just aggravated me so much. I created this company basically because of leaf filter, just the way that they treated their people and their subs and just everybody. So
I mean, leaf filters created quite a few companies.
That really have,
but did it help you with sales? Like, was that like a strong point for you because you had their sales training? Or I'm sure you don't do it exactly like they do it, but
well, no. So when I was with leaf filter, I actually was an installer. So
you were installing.
Why I had the painting business. Yeah.
Okay. What were they doing? Like $1 a foot, or how did they pay back then?
That's exactly what it is.
Is it?
That was, yeah, it is. Well, that was, I mean, probably 8 years ago. It was $1 a foot, but I'm sure they've went up a whole 25 cents. But
yeah. What do they do? Because I've always been curious. I know people on the sales side of it. I don't know anyone on the install side of it. I have heard $1 a foot, but what do they do? They're supplying the material, you're using your own equipment, or?
Yeah, man. So all they do is supply the material, and you have to you supply everything else. You have to pay for your employee, all the tools. I mean, everything. They just give you the material and the job to do, and you have to figure out the rest.
I bet they have a lot of turnover, huh? You think?
Oh yeah, they go through so many subs. They always have like hiring signs and stuff like that. Their turnover rate is absolutely horrible. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I've never messed with leaf filter. I do know a couple guys though that are pretty strong on the sales side of it because of it.
Yeah.
Because they're asking for high prices.
Oh yeah, well we hear that all the time too. Like we'll hear all about their high pressure tactics. Like they'll start off at like 15,000. By the time they leave, they're like at 8,000, and then that's their little tricks to get people to buy their product. But what I tell the customers is look, I don't think it's a very honorable thing to do. To start you off at 15,000 just to hope that you'll pay for that. By the time I leave, I get you to $8,000. That's just not very honorable. How we work is we give you the best price up front, and that's how we operate. So
the gutter industry is booming. Investments are flooding into the space. Companies are consolidating, operations are scaling like never before, and tech is redefining the experience and resetting expectations for the home service industry. But the gutter business has never been treated like the powerhouse industry it actually is, until now. This is the Gutter Summit, the #1 convention in the business, bringing together the entire industry, all at a, dare I say, elite venue built for connection, growth, and opportunity. Taking place September 23rd through 25th in New Orleans, the Gutter Summit unites the top vendors in the country, investors who are pouring money into the home service space, contractors, operators, manufacturers, service providers, startup founders, and more. Oh, and did I mention fun? Our evening networking experiences will set the bar for what mixing business and lifestyle looks like. Food, fun, high-level connection, and an environment where real relationships are built and deals get done. All of this in one of the most electric cities in the country. Get your tickets now before it's too late, and we'll see you in New Orleans this fall.
No, it is pretty crazy. I'd be really insulted if someone was like, $6,000 and now it's $2,000 now, really?
that if you could have gave me your best price at first. I mean, I understand, working with the price a little bit, but thousands of dollars, like, come on now.
I'm actually all right with high prices. I don't know if they're priced too high. I don't know their business model. I know that they're spending a ton of money on marketing, so I'd assume that they would have to charge a lot to be able to afford all the TV ads and that type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that, but I just don't like the tactics, really.
Yeah. Here, and they charge. It's about $30 a foot, from what I've experienced. About $20-$30 a foot, like that, a little bit more. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all right with that price, to be honest with you. I like selling behind them because they're generally so high that it's not that hard to close it.
Yeah, not at all. I sell it like $15 a foot.
So are you on the truck now, or do you got guys working, or what's your setup like?
Yeah, so I have a in-house crew, and then I have, like I said, a sub crew. I'm not really on the truck anymore. I just basically do all the sales and so forth. I help. Yeah, I've kind of gotten away from that.
Yeah. What's your sales style? You go in person or?
Yeah, well, I tell you, man, I can sell 60-70% of it over the phone. But yeah, I just kind of fill out the customer, like older people, like to meet you in person and so forth. You can kind of tell when you're on. I have like a little process that I do on the phone to kind of figure out if I'm going to have to go there in person or not. So that's kind of how I dictate.
So if you decide not to go in person, how do you handle that particular quote?
Yep. So I'll just price it. What I'll do is I'll just pull up like Google Earth, and I'll get all the Zillow listings and so forth. Take a look at their house, and then I'll get all the measurements from Google Earth, and then you can tell about all the information kind of based off of those two things, and get them a price from there.
So you're quick with it. You're getting on there. Are you keeping them on the phone while you're doing the estimate, or you're calling them right back, or?
Yeah, so I mean, I can keep them on the phone, but I'll tell them, look, I can work a little quicker. What I'll do is I'll get all your information. Let me get all this pulled up real quick on our system. I'll give you a call back in 3 to 5 minutes. Go over everything with you, and then we'll kind of go.
Oh, we got cut out here. And he's back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. My phone started ringing and it just cut me off. But
yeah, it happens sometimes.
Um,
it's all good. I'll try to get Ange to edit that.
Are we live?
No.
Okay. Gotcha.
No. I could probably clip that out.
Yeah.
So.
But what were we talking about?
Just your sales process.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, yeah, I mean, I would prefer to do it over the phone, which is basically how I do it. But I will go out in person too.
But you're getting pretty good close rate over the phone.
Oh yeah, I mean, I probably close 60-70% of it over the phone.
Yeah, that's amazing. How are you doing that? Are you getting deposits or?
Yeah, I get the deposit and everything over the phone. Yeah. Actually, recently just started using Jobber. It's been a game changer, man. Because what I was doing, I would so I would take their card number down. I would use DocuSign, write the contract out. I would scan it in a DocuSign. I would send it over to email, and it kind of like old-fashioned way. But
yeah,
updating everything all in one to Jobber has saved so much time.
How long have you been on Jobber? Like a year or so?
About a year.
Yeah. No, I love Jobber, man. I use it for my lights business. I'm using drip jobs for the gutter company. I like both, but I really like Jobber a lot.
Have you heard of Tom Reber? Or
who is it?
Tom Reber.
No.
But he has a system. It's called the Shinfu Cell System, right? And it's really good for like pre-qualification before you like waste your time and go out. So forth is kind of how it. And I've learned his little Shinfu Cell System.
What type of pre-qualifying are you doing with gutters? Like when someone calls?
Yeah, so I mean, basically I'll just sort of figure out if they're just shopping around. Is basically what I go straight forward to. Like if they call and they're like, if they're looking for like a seamless, let's just say they call and they're looking for like gutter system. What I'll ask them, when are you looking get this done? If I give you value and a price, that is within your range and you're satisfied with, looking to move forward today. And that's kind of how I pick that, depending on what they say, what direction I conversation.
So what if they're going to so if they tell you that you're setting them up for the close right there.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out like if they're a serious customer or not, kind of right off the bat.
Do you ever get anyone that says like, I'm just shopping right now, or what do you say to those people?
Yeah, I say, yeah, that's totally fine. It depends on it. If I'm trying to say that, I will probably schedule a time just to go out there and visit those type of people in person, because I can kind of get more feel of how everything operates in person if they're wanting to shop around, because I can kind of take samples out there. I can show them things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your chances are higher going out.
Yeah. So like I said, based off of what they tell me on the phone, it's kind of which way I'll do it.
Yeah.
How do y'all how's your sales work? Your sales?
Well, yeah, Grant's going to every single estimate right now. Like he's going to sales and everything, or not sales. He's going to clean outs and everything. But if I go back to how I ran my business, like I didn't go to the clean outs. So the clean outs I would be doing on the phone. and I wouldn't even, my office would sell them. They wouldn't get off the phone, but it's easier to quote a clean out faster. So they would just walk them through the whole process and send them the estimate and everything while they're on the phone. And I had a pretty high close rate that way with clean outs. But if you go to the clean outs, like, I probably could have sold more repairs or more complete installations if I seen someone need it. So there is downfall to not go into those particular estimates. But, I was an established company and I was running 5 crews. I didn't really particularly care for a ton of clean outs at the time, But
Yeah.
actually, I closed more of them. It seemed like over the phone, like while they were curious about it and wanting to know then. It just seems like it's a quicker thing to sell the clean outs that way than going there for me. My close rate was higher.
Don't you and Grant have that together?
Yeah, he's operating it though. I'm not operating mothers right now.
Right. How does he how's his sales process work? I know you said he goes out to every one, but
he's good. He asked him a lot of questions in the beginning and stuff. He's like setting them up kind of like you did. He'll say that in the beginning, and I don't know, man. The guy's got an incredible close rate. He closes like 70-80% of the time.
Yeah,
he's doing it at higher prices.
Right. Yeah. Same here. I mean, like I said, we charge a good of enough price where we just, like I said, I sub most of it out to our crews. So
now my Christmas light business, I'm pre-qualifying with price, so I'm letting them know like I have a $1,500 minimum, and and I'd probably throw out 30% of the people that call.
Right.
I don't want to go to because if I go to those guys and they're going to bulk at the prices, and so I'm just wasting my time.
Yeah. And that's a good point. I mean, when people call and like you said, shopping around it. Let's be real. They're shopping for the low. Shopping for. And
I mean, if they told me yes, I would probably ask them, what's the deciding factor on who you're going to choose? Is it just price basically, or I might not ask them directly, but try to get to that out of them.
Oh no, I'll ask. So that's exactly kind of what we do. Like, so when I'm out there, they're like, "Well, we're gonna get other quotes." I'm all right. I'm like, okay. So let's say you got your 3 quotes and they're later, right? We all have the same price. How are you gonna pick which company to go with? And they just freeze, and they just well, like warranty. Well, we have a lifetime warranty. Oh well, and you just keep going on. These people, it's the price is what it is. It's the lowest price. That's who you go with.
Do you do a lifetime? You do a lifetime warranty?
Lifetime warranty, yeah.
Do they have to do maintenance for that, or?
I'll tell you, in 7 years, I've never had a call back for a lifetime warranty.
Never.
Ever. Now we have gutter guards, right? So we use Bulldog is what we use a lot, and we have it, and it comes with that 25-year clog-free warranty. We've had a few callbacks, for clogs, but not many at all.
Who do you buy from? Lansing?
Lansing, yeah.
Yeah, I've used Bulldog in the past.
Yeah. I mean, it works very well in our areas, and like I try to explain to customers, there's so many different type of gutter guards, but there's 2 really main things that you want your gutter guard to do: allow maximum water flow because you want your flowing problem, and to keep your outlet holes from staying unclogged. Because your entire gutter system could be clean, but if the outlet hole is clogged, you're going to have the same problem. So that's the most 2 important things in the gutter guard system.
One of my members, actually, he's I'm pretty proud of him. He went from a 31% close rate to a 51% in 6 weeks. But the impressive thing was his average ticket was $1,577, and that jumped up to $2,800 in 6 weeks. But what it was his paradigm shifted on selling guards, right? It's like what you said, like your downspouts aren't going to end up getting clogged, so you're not going to have water in that gutter. Like what a lot of homeowners don't know about water being in the gutter is like nothing rots without moisture content. So
Right.
You have all this moisture content up at your roof because you didn't put guards on your gutter. Now your roof might rot out. So it's just once he started positioning it that way, like he started selling a ton of 𝐼𝐿 on every single job. Now his ticket price is higher. His close rate went up too. So not only is he getting more money, but more people closed, and it's because he's educating them.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's exactly what I tell them. Look, if your outlet holes are clogged and you see water dripping, water overflowing, do you think it's just overflowing? They're like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, it's not just overflowing. It's getting behind your gutters too, and it's got a board. And I always I try to put in the head of what's going to happen if you don't fix this now. You know what I mean? So like, if we don't get this solved now, eventually, if it stays the same, we're probably gonna have to fascia boards. You might have water in the inside of your home. You might get to the foundation, and you think, and then a few $1,000s for this gutter job might tens of thousands of dollars. Get all your fascia boards replaced. I'll try to paint it that too. So.
I mean, it's true. How much percentage do you sell leaf guard on? Is it a lot of leaf guard up there, or is it hard to sell?
Yeah, we sell it all the time. Actually, I would say about 60 or 70% of people who call in for a gutter clean, I convert it into a gutter guard system.
How many?
About 60 or 70% of them.
That's really good.
Over the phone. So that's the easiest thing for me to do. Because I mean, if they call and they're like, "Yeah, we need our gutters cleaned," the first thing I ask them, do you have, what symptoms are you having? Do you have any overflow, water, any dripping water, backflow, anything like that? They'll tell me. And I'm like, "Oh, do you have a gutter guard?" No. Have you ever thought about having a gutter guard? So you don't have to worry about finding somebody to clean your gutters every year. You don't have to worry. Like, oh, and then, I'll give them a price. Oh, that's not that bad. And then we just kind of tell them from there.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, they need it. I think it should be on every job.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, especially, like in our areas, because you can't go anywhere around here without trees being around you. So,
but even areas that don't, like, because something will get in there and clog that downspout, and then, like, literally you're gonna have problems now.
We pulled a snake out of a downspout.
Did you?
We pulled a snake out of a downspout.
Was it dead?
No, it was alive. It was in the down. And we've had birds love to build a nest around the outlet holes around here. Like we've seen that so many times. Like, well, we don't have any trees around, and like I'll drone a little stick that you can kind of just see everything, and like shingles will fall off the roof, cover up the outlet hole. That causes
even shingles, dirt. Like, even if there's no trees around, you end up having like this much dirt in it if they don't clean it in a few years. I think all gutters should be maintained. I like the lifetime warranty, but I like it more so if they're doing like a maintenance package where they'll let me come look at it once a year. And
we offer a package too. We have I think it's a 2-tier. You get 2 gutter cleanings a year, and like 1 gutter cleaning a year. There's a few more perks. but we don't really sell much of them because I just sell gutter guards. And once you have the gutter guard, they kind of have that warranty and they don't need it anymore. But
yeah, no, that's good. I would sell more guards. So what you guys staying pretty busy? What's your crew look like?
Yeah, so we usually stay about 2 to 3 weeks out. So
what do you got, like a 2-man crew or?
Yes, I have a 2-man crew and then I have 2 sub crews.
Oh, you got 2 sub crews.
Yeah.
You sub out a lot of work?
All of it.
All of it?
All of it but the gutter guard. I sub out. I have a 5-inch machine, but it's so cheap I just charge it. I just sub it out. So I sub out the 5-inch, the 6-inch, and then my in-house guys will just do all the gutter guards, stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you like subbing? Is that a good model for you?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
They
buy all the material, or do you have to?
They buy all the material. They have their own employees. They do everything. All I do is provide them the job.
So you got like nice locked-in margins.
Yeah. I mean, it's a set. It's a set per foot, and it never goes up.
How long have you been doing that? You've been doing that a long time, or?
Well, when I first started the business, I didn't even have a gutter machine. So I've been using the same sub crew for 7 years. Okay.
Do you do gutters in-house, or is all the gutters out-house?
No, last year, I mean, we did all 5-inch in-house. We didn't have a 6-inch machine. Yeah. But it has been so just more, more time consuming for me anyway, just to let them do everything, and I don't really have to worry about it. I don't have to check up on my employees and so forth, because I know these sub crews are going to do it right, and they're going to do it the first time, and all that good stuff. And
I'm not against it at all, but I think most people just aren't pricing themselves high enough to be able to do it.
Yeah, see, that's where people get into the problem, right? I mean, if you're not pricing it high enough, then you're not going to be able to sub it out. Like I said, we charge $15, $20 a foot. Sub it out. We don't have a problem with it.
Are you getting that much? You're getting 15, 20 bucks a foot up there?
Yeah.
That's great. Is that everybody, or is that just you?
I don't know. I know of one other company that they try to sell it like $16 to $20 per foot. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I know that's what.
Yeah, that's a great market. A lot of guys have a hard time. Like down here in South Florida, we got clowns doing it for $6, $7 a foot.
Yeah.
We don't charge it for that, but it is, it's a challenge. Like
great people that charge less than that, but I'm subbing it out to people who are charging less than that per foot. And I'm like, I don't even want to say this in case they see this video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great, man. That's great margins. I would sub too if I were you.
Yeah. And we still make I shoot for a 50% gross profit. We still make it. We still.
Yep. Do you spend a lot of money on marketing, or?
Not really. I mean, like $1,000 a month, something like that.
That's it. What do you do? Just like SEO and stuff?
Yeah, just Google Ads.
Yep. Oh, you're doing Google Ads.
Kind of own Google organically anyway. Like you can search us up wherever, and we pop up at least the first 3 map pack or whatever. So.
Yep. Did you do a lot of installing initially, or you were subbing the whole time?
No. So when I got the gutter machine the first year, I did all the 5-inch. I've never had a 6-inch machine. So my sub crews have always done the 6-inch. I just always did the 5-inch. But one of my main goals was to completely get off the truck. So that's why I'm just all the 5 and 6-inch jobs to myself, letting the other guys do their car job.
I did some jobs in Virginia. I didn't storm chase Virginia, but I was in Tennessee, and then one of my contractors had like a couple things in Virginia he wanted me to take care of. I think you guys had like a hailstorm at the same time up there. This is going back like 14, 15 years ago. Probably did like a handful of jobs there.
Yeah. What part of Virginia?
No idea. No idea.
That's all over Jobber. He runs their podcast. He's not too far from us, Charlottesville, Virginia.
You're talking about Adam?
Introduced you to him.
Yeah, Adam. Yeah. Yeah, I did the podcast with him. Appreciate that connection.
Oh, for sure. But dude, he kills it, man. And I don't know how, dude, because his population isn't that big, and that dude absolutely crushes it.
He's got a lot of out of the box ways of thinking with marketing that seems to work pretty well with him.
Well, the company he uses is a really good marketing company too. But they Flash Consulting or something. The guy's name is Phil, and it's Flash something, and he won't even take people unless you're doing a certain amount of per year.
And I think if I'm right, he said something about like all of his guys do selling, so like they all sell. It was a different type of model for sure.
Yeah, that sounds right. But I know when I talk to him, he doesn't even have I don't think he has a cell system. I think he just, I don't know what he does. Whatever
it's working for him.
Dude, he's killing it.
Mm-hmm.
How's y'all's business going? I know how long y'all had it around? For like a couple of years now, right?
No, I think Mother's is just like going on a year old now. Yeah, it's not that old. But no, I think Grant and Lisa, they're doing a good job running. They're maybe about 3-4 weeks out right now.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Now it's just getting work done faster.
Yeah.
But we started that business with no money, so there's a lot needs to get put back into it, you know.
So do y'all have everybody that is in-house working? No sub crews or anything?
Yeah, I think he's using in-house.
Okay.
Two guys. He's got 2 guys. So
yeah.
He did a little subbing out initially.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Florida, man, is like the prime hub for a gutter company. Like hurricanes, like rain all the time. I feel like when you're looking on the internet, like 60% of people are from Florida that have a gutter company.
Florida's big, but you know, I'm on the east side of Florida, so like when I first got into the gutter industry, like 23 years ago or whatever it was, we had 2 back-to-back hurricanes, and I did tons of hurricane work for like the first 2-3 years. But dude, I ain't seen a hurricane since over here. Like I haven't. Like the whole time I owned a business, I'm like, it's a hurricane coming, you know, waiting because ching ching. But no, it always hits the west side, so it's just like, the West Coast gets pounded. I never get hit over here. And I'm glad. I don't really want the hurricane over here, anyways.
But don't y'all have like a ton of rain? Like it just rains every day, though, don't it? Like for an hour, 30 minutes.
In the summertime, yeah. Yeah, in the summertime, we usually get like little afternoon showers. It's a pain in the ass, but it's also what makes the phone ring. So
that's exactly, yeah.
One thing I do like about it is like if the crew called me and they're like, "Hey, it's raining." Okay, just wait. You know,
right.
It's not going to be raining in 45 minutes. Like it doesn't rain all day that often. Maybe like 3 or 4 times out of the year is it going to rain the whole day. Generally, it just like comes and goes, and it might be raining on that side of the street and not this side of the street. So you can't even really call it. Like the Weather Channel is useless here.
It has last week, man, because I'm telling you, they've been calling rain. They're calling rain tomorrow, like they did today. We'll see, but
yeah, is it raining today?
It rained probably for like 20 minutes because guys were at a job. They were trying to get install a downspout or whatever they were doing, and I'm like, dude, just wait. And
can you imagine being wrong as much as they are and still being in business?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, and technology and stuff to kind of tell them, but I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, man. So what type of marketing do y'all do?
They're doing a lot of Facebook, Meta ads right now. I'm not sure if they got any Google ads running. They might. A lot of SEO, a lot of organic social. She's doing some of those meetup groups. Actually, it's getting a lot of business out of that. She's in a few different chapters. Lisa is. What is it? The MBTI or whatever they're called.
Huh. Yeah, I have had zero luck with Facebook ads. I don't know.
Well, the thing with Facebook ads is the problem is like if you don't have a great deliverable, you could send views to it all day long. So it's not usually the ads that aren't working. It's like whatever you're putting out there. If it's just like a piece of shit static image that no one cares about, like video is definitely performing better.
Yeah.
But like Gary Vee is like the social media king, right? He'll tell you that you should spend like a lot of effort on organic social, and then when a video actually performs well, that's when you should consider running an ad to it. And so I think a lot of people are running ads to just junk, and that's the problem. It's not that meta ads don't work. It's just that it's like the same thing. Like I'll tell people with like yard signs, right? Not to have it all cluttered up and try to tell them everything you do, just like put seamless gutters and the phone number. Well, if they do that, it converts better just because they see it, just see it better, you know. And so if the video sucks and the ad sucks, like you could run as much money as you want to, and it's not going to work.
Right.
But Meta does work, and it's actually one of the cheaper forms of marketing. I prefer Google over it because to me, Meta's like disruption marketing. So it's just like they didn't necessarily intend on buying gutters when they were scrolling. You know, it was a disruption. Doesn't mean they won't because they might need it. So, but the Google customers, like they know what they want. They're typing it in their phone. Like they're just a little more serious and you know, but Meta's good. I would say like Google and Meta is my favorite.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely your point. People are going to Google to search for a certain, you know what I mean? Like you said on Facebook, scroll, it catches their attention. You might get the lead or whatever. But
I'd say the
focus on is creating a good video and then testing that out on, you know,
right. And the thing is, a lot of times these videos are overproduced. Like people will have like a drone and it's like showing that, you know, it's great. Like it looks like a production, but it doesn't necessarily, it's not what's going to move the needle. You know, you getting on there and talking might move the needle more because like now they're resonating with a real person. Um, but it's testing it out, right? It's like putting out all these organic videos. You know, the good thing about organic video is like people that aren't following you will see it. You know, if you're calling out the area and things like that, reels are shown to outside of your audience. You know, so it's good to do that anyways. You should be putting 3 to 5 videos out every single week. They don't have to be ever produced, but like as soon as you see like this one really performed well, maybe that's one I should run an ad to.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that too is kind of making my own personal videos, you know, posting them on the page and so forth too. I've probably done a couple. We do just a bunch of before and after pictures on the Facebook page because, like I said, not a lot of business or people, I don't even think they probably go to our Facebook page. It's just like all Google, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think the most important thing that you could do is like SEO, right? And it's not just because of Google anymore. Like, yeah, you do want to pull up #1 on Google, but like I seen Rob Gerling posted the other day that he's gotten 2 leads this week off of ChatGPT and Grok, right? And so the guys who have better SEO, they're the ones that ChatGPT or Grok or whatever, you know, Claude or whoever is going to recommend as more people start using that instead of Google, because that's like the new shift. Everyone's going to start using AI. And if you're not if you're not congruent on Facebook and Google and everything else, like the person who's all over the place, that's who's going to get recommended the most.
Right. Yeah, we're big on SEO, you know, with the website, blogs, and all that. It's funny because my son actually was like, Dad, who's the best gutter company in Roanoke? I'm like, he's 7, right? I'm like, I don't know. Ask ChatGPT. And then he was like, gutter companies in Roanoke. And I think we actually popped up ChatGPT. So that's good.
You did. Was it your ChatGPT or someone else's?
It was off of my fiance's phone. So,
but she's never asked about you on there, right? Because sometimes they're partial. Like if it was yours and it's heard about you before because you told it about you, it might do that. But if you really want to know, like have someone else ask it on their phone that's never talked about you.
Yeah.
On the chat.
Yeah, he was making a joke. He was like, Dad, who's the best gutter company? Because he's all about it, right? And then I was like, I don't know, like pull up her and ask him. And, you know, he searched in ChatGPT and we popped up.
Nice.
Like gutter company in Roanoke, and we were #1. So I was like, well, there you
Would
go.
it give 3 options?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, it lists like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, there's going to be areas that have 50 gutter companies. Like, my area's probably got 200 of them. You know,
Yeah.
like, who's going to be that 3 to 5 that gets recommended?
Right.
You know.
Yes. I mean, like from what I've seen on Facebook, Florida, so many gutter companies.
Dude, there's a ton. Yeah, there's a ton. My county alone's got 200 at
Good.
least.
Yeah. So you got to do everything you can to kind of stand.
I mean, the way I look at it, right? This is how I look at it. Like, there could be 200 gutter companies, but I really don't give a shit. Like, I do a lot of coaching with these guys, and what I'll find is, like, most guys are, I'd say 65% of guys are just a man in a truck. Maybe they got a helper. There's not too many that are running 3, 4, or 5 trucks. So, like, when you look at it, it's like most of these guys are only getting like 3 to 5 estimates a week. You know, if you have 100 guys like that, like, that's still not even that many. You know, it's a part of the market, of course, but it's not like a huge amount. Like, the company that I was running, I had to have 65 to 70 estimates every week, you know,
Right.
to operate, right? And so I'm not worried about all these guys that are doing 3 or 5 estimates a week. Even if they're quoting low, you're not quoting against them all the time because they're not quoting that often.
How many is mothers? What do y'all average?
I'd say probably 15 a week right now.
Right. How much are y'all spending on ads?
That I don't know. I would have to dig into it more.
Right.
I got a couple partners, so my partner John D's in charge of the financing and stuff, so I'm not really sure. I haven't looked at it.
What do you think is like the main key? Like, so if you want to generate for leads and so forth, I mean, what do you just push up your Google ad budget or something? I mean,
that's a way to do it. Yeah, that's a way to do it. But, like, right now with mothers, what we're doing is mainly like SEO, and we're doing meta ads. Potentially, we have a Google ads. We were running it. I'm not sure if it's on there or not. I'd have to ask.
Yeah.
But yeah, but, like, for instance, when I had my company, my Google ads budget was 20,000, you know, a month. I needed a hell of a lot more leads, you know. So it just depends. Like, for me, it don't make sense to throw on a big Google ads budget because we're 3, 4 weeks out and we haven't acquired a second truck yet, you know, and we haven't acquired other, you know, workers. So it's not necessarily the timing. So it's not always the right time to put gasoline on the fire. Like, if you can't get to the jobs, like in your case, you're subbing them out. So maybe you could just sell more and sub out more.
Right. So how did you, with your company, I mean, how did you start and how did you grow it to where it was, and what did you grow?
The one that I sold? Yeah, no. So I had it up to 5 trucks. I started just a truck and a trailer, bro, and I was doing all my own work for the first 2 years. Um, Finally got a guy that I went to high school with. I started training him, and he ended up being my first crew that I sent out with another guy that I had that was talented, but I couldn't trust him to drive type deal.
Right.
So that was my first crew, and then that, you know, that was going on my 3rd year. That's when I hired an admin, you know, someone in the office, full time. I'm not that organized. I'm ADHD type deal. Like, I'm not the most organized person. So that was the best thing I did, was getting someone in the office, because then the whole business got structured a hell of a lot easier. Then my numbers started doubling. Like, from that point on out, I doubled my numbers a couple years in a row. You know, grew a couple trucks, kept growing. That company was 10 years old when I sold it. You know, and by the end of it, I get bored with things. Like, I always got to do something different. So I started getting all the custom machines. I had the Euro box and the standard box and 6-inch half round, 8-inch half round. That 8-inch, there was only 6 of them that existed that KWM made. It's a pretty cool machine, but they're not making them anymore. The D style 7-inch box, I had that. So I ended up doing a lot of chop and drops and just getting more into like the custom jobs. You know, so I was doing a lot of jobs that were like 15 to 100 and something thousand, like on houses, just depending on what it was, whether it was copper or whatnot, you know.
What made you want to sell it?
I just want to sell it one day, man. I'm glad I did because like now I have the whole experience of it from the seller side, but I'm almost more interested in buying businesses now. And I'm glad that I sold it and had that experience because that's going to help me acquire them eventually. You know, because you can go two ways about it. Like I think a good way for a business to expand, like say if you have a really solid gutter company and you got all your systems dialed in, like it's a really solid company. I probably wouldn't do it until I had a particular location really solid. But you can go and buy businesses and then put your systems in it,
Right.
you know, and really expand that way. You know, so that's something I'm kind of interested in because building a business takes a good 5 to 10 years to have a nice, good, solid business built. It doesn't happen overnight. But if you purchase a business, it's already doing 1 million to 2 million a year. Um, I'd probably be looking at something that wasn't like perfect on the marketing end of things and something that I could improve, but it would have that consistent money coming in every month. So that's more of what I'm kind of interested in.
So do you have any personal businesses yourself right now?
Yeah, no, Griswold's Christmas lights.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. I did last year was my third season. I did 608,000 that year. This year I'll probably do I don't know, probably 800 to 900 somewhere in that range.
And that's very seasonal. I mean, what is that, like 3 or 4 months?
Yeah, that's 11 weeks of install, about 11 weeks or so, and then another 3 weeks of taking it down.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's good money, man. It's reoccurring revenue, you know, for the most part. Like 75% of them come back, but those lights, you're not selling them to them. You're leasing them, you know.
Right.
So I own all of the lights. I don't have to buy not one light this year. I could put $800,000 worth of lights up right now and not have to buy anything, you know. And I'm not really giving discounts. You know, I'm locking in their prices for 3 years, but I'm not giving discounts. So it gets more profitable after year one.
Right.
Um, very very profitable. I mean, I spent like 15% last year on labor.
Yeah, that's seems like a super profitable business. When it gets into like the winter time here, obviously things slow, and I was thinking about things to do, and that was one of the things that crossed my mind.
It's more profitable than gutters if I'm to be honest. But the thing is, like, you could go into it and if you don't go at it hard, like maybe you only do 30, 40, 50 grand. So what, man? That's great. Like if you're doing gutters already and you add another 50 grand revenue each year, that next year, like you'll probably add some more, but like it's mostly profit, you know, because you're not buying those lights again. Um, so to me, it's a very profitable business. It's fun and it's chaotic. I'm not gonna lie, it's chaotic because if you have all these jobs out there, like I had 240 jobs, and you know, landscapers hit shit, you know, GFIs pop, and people are old and they don't know how to go pop their GFI, or just, or you could have a staple that was in a mini light that you have a tree, you know, they're wrapping on a tree that it works fine for 2 weeks, but all of a sudden it got wet and now it's going to short. So you have stuff like that you got to constantly go to within 24 hours because they can't go days without lights when they're, you know, when they're leasing them from you. So it is chaotic for about 11 weeks, but it's, you know, it's very profitable.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Have you ever had it catch on fire? Like,
I have. No, I haven't had a house catch on fire, and it's crazy because last year I don't do any of the installs, right? But there was one job I was at on a Sunday just because I felt bad for this guy and I was trying to, you know, get this extra job done. So I did one job with my guys. He had this outlet that was like an outside outlet. It wasn't attached to the house. It was kind of like in his bushes. And he had this mosquito thing plugged in where I don't know, I think it like blew some type of smoke out for mosquitoes or something, or um I don't know what the hell it was, but I plugged my lights into it and I walk away and I come back like 10 minutes later and I see my lights like flickering and I look down and then whatever that thing is that he had plugged in was smoking, like the whole, it was smoking. And so I pulled it out real quick, and the whole box was burnt. So it was like it was starting to fry. It didn't really, it was close to a fire.
Yeah. I, first job, their house would be in flames.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
You mentioned something about a VA. You got an assistant. Who do you use for virtual assistants?
I own a company called Secret Weapons with my partners. We have VAs.
Okay. How does
Say that again?
how does that work? Like how do they work?
Yeah, we have probably got about 50 different gutter companies right now using them, but they're answering the phones for companies and managing their CRMs and scheduling and that type of thing, just admin office work.
Right. And is that like, do you pay them by the hour? I mean, how do you?
Yeah, no. Well, so if someone wanted to get a secret weapon from us, a VA, they're $1,879. I think it's 1879 or something like that a month. You get them for 40 hours a week.
Right.
So it's essentially you're paying less than $500 a week for them.
Yeah. Is there anybody? They're like part-time VAs and stuff like that? Or, I mean,
there is, but not through us. Like if you wanted to get a part-time VA, I would probably look on like Fiverr or Upwork or one of those platforms. I think you could find VAs on there that'll do just like individual jobs. Like you might just want a VA to just do a certain task and they'll charge you $200 for it.
right.
Or you could probably find someone on there that wants part-time work. Yeah, so I mean, VAs are great. You can use them for all types of things. Like they do all my social media, like all the stuff that you see posted from the Gutter Growth channel or the Gutter Growth or Gutter Summit channel. All that stuff's a VA's designing all that and handling those posts and so they could do a lot of things. So you could have them. Some people use them for cold outreach, but most of the gutter companies are using them because they just need someone answering the phone. That's like most of their bottlenecks.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I finally had a company. Have you heard of? Let me see if I can find it. It's I think the old name was Open Phone.
I haven't heard of it.
Heard of it? So what it is you can tie your phone number into it, and then if you do want to get a VA or whatever, they can answer the phone, from that same program, etc. And I just found out about that the other day and kind of was looking into that and getting that set up for it. So, and then it has like a automatic AI. So like if I don't answer the phone, instead of them leaving a voicemail, they can talk to the AI. It'll answer, ask.
AI is going to get wild, man. It's going to get wild here in the next year or so. Like we're starting to use it in gutter growth. Like we have an app now that the members get to use. It's a portal. It ties into their CRM and it ties into the QuickBooks, but it's got like live KPI tracking. So like now when they go into the portal, they see what their average ticket price is and their close rate and their gross profit and all of the stuff. So it's pretty cool what AI is going to be capable of doing. I think most people have no idea like how really far advanced it is, but it's going to make things more efficient in business.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, just like Chat GPT helps out so much, that's like the beginning. But what was I going to ask you? Oh yeah, gutter growth. Do y'all have a sales there?
Do we have what?
In gutter growth, do y'all have a sales coach?
We do. Yeah, Chris Dabrowski.
Okay.
Yeah.
What type of stuff does he teach?
He's really good, man. He'll teach overcoming objections. We do. He teaches all kinds of stuff. I'm good at sales. I'm not good at teaching people how to do it personally, but he's really good at that. We do a lot of role playing in there. So yeah, what I like about gutter growth is we have 10 coaches and we all have like our own certain like skill set that we're good at. So we're like really well rounded with being able to cover everything. So we could cover the admin stuff, we could cover the marketing stuff and the sales stuff and even installation. We got installation coaches now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty well rounded. Some of us are better at other things than others. So
yeah, it's good to have a coach for a specific, like you said, a specific niche to reach out for.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. He just had background with training sales guys, and he's really incredible too at closing on the phone like you.
Where did he learn, or what type of sales system does he use? Who did he learn it from? Or he just kind of his own knowledge?
No, he came from Windows sales, so he had like a team of 100 sales guys underneath him for, some point in time before he started this gutter company. But that's another thing. We all like own and run gutter companies too. So it's all like industry specific.
Isn't there a guy that's kind of around on the internet? What's his name? I think he went to one of your gutter conferences. Sales rep for League.
Jeremy?
Yeah, Jeremy Mitchell, I think is it. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy Mitchell.
Yeah. Are you familiar with him?
I don't know much about his. I've done a couple podcasts with him, and he spoke at the summit twice, but I don't know too much about his program or anything like that. I know that he was a leaf filter salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and him, we've kind of talked about how the system worked and so forth. But when is y'all's next conference coming up?
Yeah, so we have that September 23rd, 24th, and 25th. It's in New Orleans this year. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's in a cool spot.
Didn't y'all just have something come up? And I swear I wanted to come to it. It was like right near me in North Carolina.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened. Lost track of time, whatever happened. But
yeah, I think Grant's doing one in Jersey Shore coming up next. I think it's sometime next month.
So what is that about? Like
it's just a free event, free event. Usually like maybe 30, 40 gutter guys show up, and it's like a 6-hour thing. We just do some educating and feed you twice, and 𝐼𝐿 is there. They do a little demonstration, and we do giveaways and stuff, so it's a good time.
Yeah, it seemed like it was pretty cool from the clips y'all showed.
Mm-hmm.
That alley, right? And I mean, I know you put it on the gutter before you install the gutter. I'm like, if there's a problem or God forbid gets inside the gutter, how do you got to take the whole gutter system down to get that stuff off?
Well, they got a lifetime warranty on that stuff. That Double Pro, nothing really gets in it because it's got the 2 layers. So even the pine needles aren't getting in it.
But with the 2 layers, like I was looking at it, how does it, like, I mean, when you have a roof like that, a super pitch roof, how is it not just overflowing that?
So that layer, it causes a suction. So it's by design having that space in between it. It makes the water suck down. It like creates a suction. It's called capillary suction, or I can't pronounce it.
Right.
Yeah, but it creates like a suction. So you would think, I understand what you would think, but it actually just makes it go straight down.
Huh.
It's a great product, and they have a lifetime warranty on it. And what people really love, like a sales, I sold a $12,000 one not long ago. What they love about it is I could use the strength, because we have hurricanes down here. Well, this thing, you could have 3 guys hanging off of it.
Yeah.
It's strong. It really is a strong gutter. I think it's the strongest system there is because it's that continuous hanger. So when you're selling it as a continuous hanger. You're selling it for the strength. You're selling it for the lifetime warranty that comes with it and that type of thing. So, and you get a lot better money for it. You can get $15-20 a foot for it.
Yeah, I know. Like at our Lansing, they will give you like 150 feet for free and let
Will they really
install it like on somebody's house, and they'll provide the 150 footage. So
I recommend it, man. It's a great product. You got to think like it's speeding up your job. Now you're not going around the house twice. You're just doing it all at once. The corners you put in after, so you can seal the corners up, and
right. Yeah, I've definitely been thinking about trying that system out. Like you said, I mean, it'll speed up a job tremendously.
Like I said, the one guy, he just started selling it. Now his close rate's up to 2,800 versus the 1,577. And his close rate is too. So he's asking for more money, but he's giving him a better product. That's why his close rate's up. He's giving him a better product, and he's explaining to him why they need it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I mean, kind of digging into the motive a little bit, informing the customer and, trying to show them the future, picture of why they might really the keys to the selling these folks.
Yeah. If, it's the power of suggestion. If you're not asking, you're not going to get. Like if you're not suggesting, they don't know. If you're not educating, they don't know.
Yeah.
That's
exactly right, for sure.
So I appreciate you coming on there today, Greg.
Hey, absolutely, yeah.
And I had fun.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to do this again.
But, no doubt. So, you want anyone to reach out to you or nothing, or no?
What is it?
Do you want anyone to reach out to you if they have any questions or want to talk to you? Or
that's fine.
Yeah. What's the best way to get a hold of you? Just DM or?
Yeah, just DM me. Go to ProGutters, send a message there. But yeah, just hit me up wherever.
Good deal. All right, man. I appreciate you. Everyone have a good day. And hey, if you guys aren't committed to the summit, like come see us out in New Orleans, September 23rd, 24th, 25th.
Sounds good.
See you guys. Take care.
All right. See you, Tim.